Hello internet friends, and welcome to another video of This is the Life of a RV-14 builder. You can see there I positioned the camera so you could see how I start building. First off, I walk in from the car and then let the dog in. I once got yelled at by an airport guy for not having the dog on the leash when I was like, hey, go in the hangar, and she went right in the hangar, but the airport patrol, I don't know, FBO guy saw, and he was like, hey, you need a leash, which, hey, he's not wrong. It would be very sad if Doggo accidentally walked into a prop. No one would be happy. So anyway, oh yeah, and this was a cool shot of me trying to get the internet to work at the hangar, and then the cheap LTE router that I bought melted after 5 seconds in the sun. So lesson learned, don't buy a cheap $80 LTE router from Amazon. Buy the one that's rated to 150 degrees, which can probably survive the heat in the hangar in Las Vegas. So we will see. That's supposed to arrive tomorrow. Speaking of arriving tomorrow, my wings have shipped from Vans. They are somewhere away from Vans, in the middle between Vans and Las Vegas. So I'm guessing next week I will get them. And interestingly enough, since I moved, I had to tell Vans, hey, I moved, don't send them to the place where I used to live. And they're like, cool, where do you live now? And I was like, well, here's where I live, but how much would it be to actually take the wings to the hangar? And it was actually cheaper to send the wings to the hangar than it was to send them to my new house, by like $100. So I was like, well, that saves me from loading the crate in my truck and taking it to the hangar, so let's do that. So hopefully next week I have wings. That will be exciting. So, okay, continuing on to the fuel pump, except right now I'm not the fuel pump. In the video I am hanging lights. You know what? I love lights. Like, there's no one that loves lights more than me. And that's probably because it has to do with vision. Like, ever since I have LASIK, or had LASIK, I can't see in the dark. Like, my night vision is completely ruined. Like, I need a tiny, tiny bit. I love LASIK, right? I can see without glasses. It's amazing. Except at night, I just need a little bit of light to be able to see. Like, low light situations are really not pleasant for me. So I love lights, and I love being able to see. So, especially without glasses. So, yeah, nice to have all those lights back there and up on the ceiling. And going back to the fuel pump, as you can see here, I have the center shroud. I forgot what this thing's called. Sorry. Again, it's late. I'm recording this video. The center tunnel shroud top, whatever this thing's called, it has two little mount pieces you can see there, and on top of that I've cut a piece of aluminum that I'm trying to figure out how to mount the fuel pump to. Now, this is not the normal fuel pump. If you're new to my channel watching me build this thing, I am doing a electronic ignition that has a more a different fuel pump than Vans uses. So I got to figure out a different way to mount this. And the easiest way I figured was, why don't I just cut a flat piece of aluminum and then bolt the fuel pump to that. And put that flat piece of aluminum on top of the mounts that are already there. So everything seems to fit so far. We'll see once I start creating the fuel lines, which is another thing. Now my fuel lines won't match what are in the plans, so I need to completely change that up. Now, looking at the fuel lines, it is tempting to get the Teflon fuel lines from, I forget the company name, but we'll see what happens. I think for now I'll just build some aluminum ones. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll send the aluminum ones that I build to TS Flight Lines and say, hey, make some fuel lines this size. And I'll see how much it costs. If it's like $8,000, then I'll be like, my aluminum fuel lines are probably cool. If it's like a couple $100, I'll be like, cool, make them. So we'll see. Alright, so what else I got? Rant time? Yeah, so to the people who come to the airport after dark and then use it as a racetrack. I hate you, but I want to be you. So yeah, I don't know who these people are. I should probably open the door and figure them out. But like, I just hear either a motorcycle or a car, I'm not sure what it is, just ripping down the taxiway. I'm like, you know what? Don't rip down the taxiway. There's a whole... No one's there. Go down the runway. I don't care. You know? Like... Don't go down the runway. That's bad. That's a really bad idea. But I wish I was you, but I don't really. But I kind of do. But one day I'll figure out who you are because I'll open the door and see you, and then I'll challenge you to a race in my Tesla, and then you'll never, ever rip around the airport again. One, because you won't even hear me. It'll just be silent, and I'll just be gone. And you'll be like, oh, I'm not really that fast. And two, well, I forgot what my second point was, but yeah, we shouldn't race at the airport. That's not cool. Yeah, we have a whole track over at the Speedway. We could go there. So anyway, which reminds me, maybe I should go to the Speedway and figure out how fast my Tesla is. That'd be cool. Okay, so basically looks like I have attached the fuel pump to the piece of aluminum. It looks good there. I guess next step will be to rivet everything together and hopefully it's solid. So we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. If you want to come chat RVs or fuel pumps or anything, really, come join our Slack group. The link is in the description. We will see you there, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, internet friends.